let's talk why IVF. Now, because IVF gives the fastest result in any of the treatment available, IVF is becoming more and more popular. Not only that, because now millions of babies are born through IVF technique, people see the success, and that's why they also accept the technology as real and successful. And that is why IVF is becoming more and more popular. What does that mean? If somebody wants fast result, should he go for IVF? The answer is yes, because it may be because of any reason, like a couple wants to migrate and he has limited time in India. A couple comes from abroad to India for treatment. They have very limited time here. There may be other personal reasons where a couple wants to complete his family fast. Then in that case, IVF is the fastest result. So that also is a good option. But it is not the only option. IVF is not always done just because it is fast, but because IVF uses very advanced technologies. IVF is the only treatment where female egg is taken out of the body of the woman, male sperm is taken out, fertilization is done outside. So we know the quality of the embryos. We can do many things to improve the fertilization, improve the quality of the embryos, select best embryos, transfer limited number of embryos, achieve fast pregnancy, safe pregnancy, normal babies. So that is another advantage. Not only that, it solves the visible and non-visible, diagnosable and non-diagnosable problems or reasons of infertility. So that is where also it helps a lot. Of course, there may be certain situations where IVF is compulsory. For example, a man with azoospermia where we have to take sperm from his testes or epididymis, we need to use the technology called ICSI to do the fertilization, and that is possible only through IVF. Similarly, so many men have very poor semen parameters, very low count, only a few sperm, very low motility, totally no motility, 0% motility, very high number of abnormal sperm, etc., etc. In those situations also, the fertilization can be achieved with the sperm of the male partner through this technology. So this is a beautiful technology which can solve this problem. Whereas in certain male factors like borderline semen parameters, etc., difficulty to give sperm, very limited quantity of sperm available, all these situations also IVF can make wonders. So many men have erection problem, ejaculation problem in performing on demand. All these situations also IVF can be a blessing. If we talk of the female partner, if the tubes are blocked, there is the only option of IVF. What is done in tube is done in test tube, and still the lady can become pregnant. Similarly, when multiple treatments have failed, there is unexplained reason, no reasons known that why she is not conceiving in spite of whatever the test and treatment done, there also IVF is an option. Advanced endometriosis cases, adhesions, abnormalities in pelvis, all these situations also IVF can still solve the problem. Ladies with advanced age willing to conceive, if they waste time, their fertility declines, the miscarriage chances go high, the chances of abnormal babies go high. In that situation also IVF can be a wonderful treatment. So in short, IVF can be a compulsory choice in certain situations, and IVF can be a matter of choice in certain situations. But either way, IVF can solve many problems which other technology cannot solve. Apart from that, IVF can help a couple use advanced technologies like blastocyst culture, where we grow the embryos for 4, 5, 6 days. Genetic testing of embryos before we transfer the embryos back into the uterus, which is called pre-implantation genetic screening and pre-implantation genetic diagnosis. Screening is used to see that the embryos are normal, so it increases the chance of pregnancy, implantation, and reduces the chance of miscarriage and avoids the common genetic problems in the baby. Whereas pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, as the name suggests, is used to prevent the inheritable diseases from the parents going into the child even before the child is conceived. So these are the beautiful technologies. We can also use the technology of ERA for improving the implantation. We can also use the technology of PESA, TESA, micro-TESA for azoospermic men in this IVF technology. So all these situations can improve the pregnancy chances, and reduce the chances of miscarriages. There is one more technology which is called laser assisted hatching. Every embryo has an outer shell which is hard. Embryo has to break it before it gets implanted, and that process is known as hatching. If we do something with the help of laser, make the outer wall little weaker so that the embryo can come out more easily, and a crosstalk between embryo and endometrium can be established. That process is called laser assisted hatching. So in short, IVF helps the couple conceive fast. IVF helps the couple solve the problems which cannot be solved by routine or other line of treatment. So now if we see in the modern times where life is a well-planned thing, when the couples don't want the child, they don't want the child, and when they want the child, they want to have it so that their life planning goes on as per what they want, there again IVF can be a very useful tool. So in short, IVF has become blessings for so many couples who could otherwise never conceive, whereas it can be very useful for so many couples who want to plan their fertility. One more important thing here, IVF has made possible that we can use donor eggs. That means eggs from one lady can be used for another lady. So for anybody who wants to use donor eggs, again IVF is the only option. Similarly, another problem where the lady who wants to become pregnant has problems with her uterus or health and wants to take help of surrogate mother, again IVF is the only solution. So in short, IVF has changed the way the infertility treatment was earlier and really has helped millions of couples have their dreams come true. So a short message would be right treatment at right time, at right place, in right amount almost always ensures a baby.